Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Relax and take a breath. Welcome to Lady Selah. I'm Angela Thomas, and today I want to talk to the person who's been carrying labels that God never intended for you to wear. You've been defined by a divorce, diagnosis, abuse, rejection, failure, grief, or maybe even disappointment. Well, today, I want to remind you of something, that you are more than what happened to you. What happened to you is part of your story, not your identity. Many of us experience things we never asked for. Things like pain, heartbreak, loss, trauma, rejection, betrayal, disappointment, loneliness, grief, health challenges, financial struggles, and I can go on and on. And then the biggest thing to me is the season of waiting, like when is all of this going to be over? And yet, here we still stand. Here we are still believing. Here we are still becoming. But if we're not careful, we will begin introducing and identifying ourselves by our wounds instead of our worth. God never intended for your pain to become your identity. It may explain you, but it doesn't define you. But then we allow the enemy to take up space in our mind and give us labels. The enemy says that we're divorced. May be true. Broken, rejected, sick, a failure, or even damaged. But I'm here to tell you today that despite all our unrighteousness and imperfections, God calls us chosen. He calls us loved, redeemed, healed, restored, daughter. So then the question becomes, whose voice are you believing? My story is real, but it's not all of me. I've experienced things that could have defined me. Things like the abuse and open heart surgeries, the grief, the loss of my son, seasons where I didn't know what was next, and so much more. But when I look at my life, I don't just see pain. I see God's faithfulness. I believe that God's word is true and that He will come through. The story is not that I was broken. The story is that God kept me. I am a faith believer. God uses what tried to destroy us. The very things that almost broke us often becomes the things that God uses to help heal others. Because if you don't have a testimony, how can you testify and tell somebody else something that you've never been through? So your testimony isn't proof of what happened to you. It's proof of what God brought you through. You are still standing. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your divorce. You are not your mistakes. You are not your trauma. You are not your worst day. You are who God says you are. So what am I saying? That maybe you've spent years carrying a label that was handed to you by people, circumstances, or even your own thoughts. But sis, today, lay that label down. You don't have to deny what happened. It happened. It hurt. It mattered. But it's not the end of your story. You are more than what happened to you. Selah. Thank you for joining me in episode 8. If this episode encouraged you, blessed you, or resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share with someone who may need to hear that God's love meets her exactly where she is. So let's grow together in faith, encouragement, and practical wisdom. Meet me here next week, same place, same grace. Until next time, stay rooted, stay grounded. Most of all, stay connected to God. Selah.